What is up, everybody? It's your boy Money Mike 269 coming at you with a special edition of this here little vlog, and this is a March Madness edition. And basically, what I wanted to do was, maybe you are in a bracket at work or with friends or doing something online. I used to be a sports writer with a newspaper about 15 years ago in Battle Creek called the Battle Creek Inquirer. I wrote for a few different newspapers throughout Ohio, and I have a pretty vast knowledge of college sports, and I basically wanted to give everybody the winning bracket. So if you haven't filled your bracket out yet, and maybe you're looking for some tips, I am going to give you my bracket and pick the winner, and you can compare yours to mine. Maybe you agree or don't agree with some things that I picked, but nonetheless, this is a very, very fun time of year, and I'm looking forward to seeing who you pick to win the national championship. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm up to 40 subscribers now, and I appreciate that. I'm putting a lot of work into this stuff, and like I said, I got brand new equipment coming soon, and I'm just gonna keep grinding and keep trying to get better at this YouTube thing. So, also, before I get started, I've been listening to the YouTube beef a little bit, and FouseyTube just keeps running his mouth. Apparently now he wants to go spar Deji out in over in England. So we'll see what happens there. And saw KSI was doing some work at the Floyd Mayweather gym out in Vegas. So that was pretty cool to see. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet in the YouTube world. But my name is Money Mike 269. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please subscribe and turn notifications on, and also follow me on Twitter at MoneyMike269_. So we're gonna get started now with the tournament, and we will switch this camera around. All right, we're gonna start over here in the South region. Now, any of the playing games, we'll just say I'm taking all the number one seeds. So that's not even a question to stop suspense and stuff. So we're right over here right now. Virginia and whoever the 16 seed is, Baltimore City. Gonna take Virginia there. The next matchup is gonna be 8 and a 9 seed. That's Creighton and Kansas State. Right over here, and I am taking Kansas State. Okay. Next up, you got a 5 and a 12 Kentucky and Davidson. I'm gonna take the Wildcats. Then you got Arizona and Buffalo. Gonna take Arizona. I'm gonna do this kind of fast. These tournament brackets can take a minute to fill out. So, next up we got Miami of Florida and Loyola Chicago. That's a 6 and an 11. I'm actually gonna take Loyola. They played pretty tough this year, and I'm looking at the upset here in the first round. Next up is Tennessee and Wright State. I'm going to take the Volunteers. Then you got Nevada and Texas. Going to go ahead and take Texas. Then we got Cincinnati and Georgia State. And take Cincinnati. Then we got Xavier and North Carolina Central, and this is in the West region. So Xavier is the number 1 seed, so no question here, going to take Xavier. Then we got Missouri and Florida State. Going to take the number 8 seed, Missouri. And then it looks like next up we got Ohio State and San Diego State. The Buckeyes have played up and down, but I think our Big Ten is going to do pretty good. We've only got a few teams in it, but hopefully they do good. Gonzaga and North Carolina Greensboro. I'm going to take the Zags here. Not a whole lot of upsets over here. Houston, San Diego State. I'm going to take San Diego State here. Michigan and Montana, definitely rolling with Michigan. Then we got Texas A&M and Providence. I'm going to go with Providence. Slight upset here, not much. Then at the bottom we got North Carolina and Lipscomb. I'm going to go with UNC. Alright, switching over to the East over here. I'm going to go ahead and take Villanova. Then you got Virginia Tech and Alabama. Man, this is tough. You know what? I'm going to take Alabama. I'm calling a little bit of an upset here, so I'm going to take Alabama. Then we got West Virginia, Murray State. I'm going to go ahead and take Murray State with the upset. Always got to have your upsets. They're going to happen. There's no way around them. So, Wichita State and Marshall. I'm going to go ahead and take Wichita State. Then we got Florida. And so I think I got a playing game. So I'm just going to take Florida. No matter what. Okay. Texas Tech and South Florida. I'm going to take Texas Tech. Arkansas and Butler. Going to go with Arkansas. Then we got Purdue and Cal State Fullerton. Purdue has not played great, but let's give the Big Ten the win here. Then we got the top of the Midwest. Got Kansas. Gonna give them the victory. Seton Hall, North Carolina State. Wow. They're gonna have their hands full in the second round with North Carolina State if that matchup happens. Then we got Clemson, New Mexico State. I'm going to take Clemson. And then we got Auburn and Charleston. Going to go ahead and go with Charles Barkley's old team, Auburn. Down here we got TCU and either Syracuse or Arizona State. Going to go ahead and take TCU. Going to take Michigan State over Bucknell. I think they learned their lesson last year with Middle Tennessee, so I don't see the Michigan State getting upset. Rhode Island, Oklahoma. Gonna go ahead and go with Rhode Island. And we got Duke and Iona. Gonna go ahead and go with Duke. All right, on to the second game back in the South region. Virginia, Kansas State. I got Virginia getting to the Sweet 16. I'm going to go ahead and take Arizona. Wow, that's going to set up a heck of a matchup in the Sweet 16. And then we got Loyola and Tennessee. Going to take Tennessee. And then we have Texas and Cincinnati. Going to go ahead and take Texas. Moving on, we got Xavier and Missouri. Back down in the West, I'm going to take Xavier, Ohio State, and Gonzaga. I like Gonzaga. Unfortunately, I got the Buckeyes going out in the second round. San Diego State and Michigan. Michigan's going to be moving on to the Sweet 16 to set up a rematch with, yep, you see it, UNC. Okay. All moving over here to the east. Villanova and Alabama. I'm taking Nova. Then we got Murray State and Wichita State. I'm going to take Murray. Florida, Texas Tech. I like Florida out here. And then Arkansas and Purdue. Got Purdue moving on. They're going to catch a little bit of fire and make it to the Sweet 16, I think. Kansas and North Carolina State. Kansas for sure. Not for sure. North Carolina State's going to be tough, but I got Kansas. Setting up a matchup with Auburn right here. Down here, I got Michigan State beating TCU. And what that's going to do is set up a rematch with Duke, who they lost to earlier in the year. So we're going to have some pretty good Sweet 16 matchups. Got Virginia and Arizona, Tennessee, Texas, Xavier, Gonzaga, Michigan, UNC, Michigan State, Duke, Auburn, Kansas, Purdue, Florida, Murray State, and Villanova. So we got a couple of surprises in there. Over here in the South, I'm going to take Virginia. I think they're playing good right now. Gonna take Texas. Down in the West, take Xavier. I think a lot of the I got Michigan beating UNC. I think Michigan's pretty hot right now, and I can't stand Michigan, to be honest with you. I'm not a Michigan fan, but we'll see what happens. Villanova, Murray State. I got Villanova, Florida, and Purdue. Wow. You know what? I'm going to take Purdue. Kansas and Auburn. I am going to take Auburn in the big upset. And then we got Michigan State and Duke. We got Michigan State defeating Duke to get to the Elite Eight. So this sets up our Elite Eight matchups. Virginia, Texas, Xavier, Michigan, Michigan State in Auburn, and Villanova and Purdue. Getting to the Final Four in the South, Virginia. Unfortunately, this is where Michigan is going to fall. I got them losing to the Musketeers. Heck of a run by Michigan, though. Over here, we got Villanova and Purdue. Villanova is going to get this one. And Michigan State, which was a surprise pick to make it to the Final Four before the season started, is going to be there. This is going to set up Virginia and Xavier, and Michigan State and Villanova. I got Xavier defeating Virginia. I got Michigan State defeating Villanova to set up a final matchup of Michigan State and Xavier, with Tom Izzo cutting down the nets for the second time. Michigan State defeats Xavier in San Antonio, which should be a great, great game. So there you have it. Money Mike 269. That's my bracket. I have Michigan State winning the whole thing. This is March Madness. Get excited. The next 3 days are going to be pretty awesome. As you know, March Madness is always full of surprises. So everything that I say, take it with a grain of salt. I don't guarantee anything. It's just my prediction and who I think is going to win. All right? Michigan State cutting down the nets in San Antonio. This is your boy, Money Mike 269. Subscribe. I got some really, really good food shows getting ready to come out. Don't miss them. I got a lot of good content coming out. New equipment, so my videos are going to be a lot better. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.